Welcome to the Dental Team Podcast. I'm your host, Kiera Dent, and I have this crazy idea that maybe I could combine a doctor and a team member's perspective because let's face it, dentistry can be a challenging profession with those two perspectives. I've been a dental assistant, treatment coordinator, scheduler, biller, office manager, regional manager, practice owner, and I have a team of traveling consultants where we have traveled to over 165 different offices coaching teams. Yep, we don't just understand you, we are you. Our mission is to positively impact the world of dental, and I believe that this podcast is the greatest way I can help elevate teams, grow VIP experiences, reduce stress, and create A-teams. Welcome to the Dental Team Podcast. Hello, Dental Team listeners. This is Kiera, and you guys, I am so excited to be going over a topic with you guys that is truly one of my absolute favorites. I'm talking one of my topics that is absolutely out of this world because it was taught to me by my coach, and it was something that has elevated me as a leader. It's something that I have just surely enjoyed and loved. And so, guys, here it is, and that is speaking with integrity. Now, this is something that is going to be multiple layers of depth, and I hope you guys are in for the excitement. But as always, before we kick this off, if this podcast has blessed your life in any way, shape, or form, if you feel like it has elevated your practice, elevated your life, please go leave us a review, share, and subscribe. Guys, that's how you're able to help us reach our mission of 1 million downloads and having over 80,000 downloads a month. So, guys, help us out. Be on the mission to positively impact the world of dentistry in the greatest way possible. All right, guys. So from there, let's talk about this leadership topic. So this leadership topic of speaking with integrity. Now, what does that actually mean? That means that you own your words, your thoughts, and your deeds. They're in congruency with each other. So for example, if I say I'm going to go work out 5 times this week, inside over here, this little feeling inside of me, I actually don't feel like I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to work out 5 days a week. But what I could say to myself is I'm going to work out 3 times a week. And inside, I feel rock solid. Guys, right now, 3 times a week, I don't feel rock solid. So let's scale that back to 1 time this week. Kiera Dent is going to work out. Anybody with me? All right, cool. Me too. But that's speaking with integrity, where I am truly owning the words that I speak, and I am incongruent with my beliefs and my actions as well. So if I say I'm going to work out 5 times a week, I actually lose confidence in myself because I know I'm not going to do it. So why did I even say I was going to do it? That's very unfair for me. It's very unfair for the integrity I have within myself. And if I can break promises to myself, I'm also by default going to break promises to other people. Now, people tell me all the time, Kiera, there's no freaking way. I am not going to actually do that. That's not what's going to happen for me. And the answer is, guess what? You actually might be doing this with other people, because what we do with ourselves, we actually do with others, even though we don't like to accept that we do that. Okay, I'm going to say that again. The things that we do with ourselves. So if we're willing to break promises to ourselves, we actually have that standard for other people. The standard starts with us. It really does. And I know I'll show up for my clients all day long, but I won't always show up for myself. That's very unfair for me. It's very unfair for you. It's very unfair for whomever's in my life. So it starts with you. So this is my tip for you guys to gain the greatest level of confidence that you could ever ask for is by truly having integrity with the words you speak to yourself and to others. So let's also go through another thing. You know how you're walking in a grocery store and someone walks in front of you or you need to get by, you're always oh, sorry. Are you actually sorry? Or were you trying to just say, excuse me? For example, Jason, I was working out my one time in the month. Let's be real. I was working out and Jace walked in front of me and he said, oh, sorry, Kiera, sorry. And finally in the middle of my workout, I'm doing squats, lifting. And I was are you actually sorry? Or are you just trying to say, excuse me? And he stopped because he was on autopilot. He wasn't even living. He was just on autopilot saying whatever he thought was going to be appropriate. Guys, that's not how this operates. This is not how we want to do it. What this is this is actually where we stop and we become present and coherent with the words that we're speaking. We're starting to build a relationship with the words that we speak. So we want to make sure that you guys actually have this as a part of your DNA of who you are. So I want you guys to think about, do you have a relationship with the words you speak, with the relationship with the words that you tell others? Do you actually own that? Because that's what it means to speak with integrity. So we check that with that moral barometer. So let's say we're at work and we tell our dentist like, yep, I'll get that report back to you on Friday. If you don't have rock solid confidence that you're actually going to do it, don't say it. Don't say that you're actually going to do it. Maybe you could get it to them by Friday. Maybe you can get it to them by Saturday. Maybe you have to go till next week, Friday. But you've got to be rock solid because it's going to boost your confidence and it's going to make you feel like a better person. Hello, Dentally Team listeners. This is Kiera, and you guys, how was your 2022? I want you to look back and tell me, was it the year of years or was it a really hard year? Did you crush it or did it crush you? This is the time, guys, for end of year, Dental A Team Platinum is welcoming you, where we will physically fly to your practice. We will come and we will elevate your dreams and make them into a reality. And guys, space is limited and prices are going up. This is not a sales pitch. This is not something where I'm trying to scare you into it. I'm just facing the reality of inflation is here, flights are expensive, and I want to see as many people as we possibly can and serve as many as we can. So if you want to be part of our elite group of people, there are limited spaces because our consultants can only see as many. We are taking on 10 new platinum offices by the end of the year, and that's it. That's all we have space for. So if you want to be one of the elite 10, come join us. Be a part of our top-notch elite doctor community. Be a part of our office manager and hygiene and front office communities. Get your operations manual done and live the life that you've only been dreaming of today. Email me hello@thedentalyteam.com and make 2023 truly a year that's unforgettable. We are a complete tax write-off. And like I said, we are only taking 10 offices. So don't get left behind. Be one of those 10. And I cannot wait to give you the biggest, warmest welcome to completely and utterly changing your life for good. Welcome to the Dental A Team. I can't wait for you to join us. hello@thedentalyteam.com. Cheers to 2023 and making you your best self yet. So let's start with number one. Let's think about something that you want to accomplish. Working out, cleaning your house, booking a trip. I don't care what it is, but let's think something personal. So for me, I have wanted to, if you guys have been a listener, you know I have gone to 6 of the 7 continents. Pop trivia right here. What is the continent that I have not been to? You all guessed Antarctica. No, I went to Antarctica before COVID. And now, guess what? My last continent is Asia. So something I've been wanting to do is to go to Asia for my last continent. Okay? So I could tell myself, yep, I'm going to go to Asia this year. Really? Like, are you sure you're going to do that, Kiera? I need to set a realistic goal where I'm rock solid. It would be, I'm going to go to Asia before I'm 40. That's 4 years, guys. Oh my gosh, like downward slope to 40. Any 40-year-olds out there, please help me like get past this like midlife crisis over here. Okay, but that's realistic, and I could feel rock solid that I'm actually going to get to Asia before I'm 40. Fun fact, guys, welcome. I share these things with you. I just booked Bali for the end of the year. By 2022, Kiera will have hit all 7 continents. I'm so excited. But yeah, I have to set goals that are rock solid. So let's do an easy one, something that we do daily. I'm going to make my bed every day. Well, if you don't make your bed already, don't say that. Let's start with maybe 1 day a week or 2 days a week. Maybe it's, I'm going to get out of work 1 day a week on time. Do you feel like you actually could do that? Could you like shut the books, walk out, be gone by 5:30 at night? Could you do that? If not, don't promise that to yourself because you're just going to keep breaking those promises and be very disappointed in yourself. So let's start with simple things because this is going to build your confidence. If you can actually speak with integrity for yourself, you were honest to goodness going to do it with your other team members. So what is it going to be? I want you to choose one thing. For me, guys, right now, my real struggle is working out. Oh my gosh, I have knee, hip, and shoulder pain. I go to a thing called a Gosku, which Dennis, if you haven't looked into this, it's amazing. But a Gosku has been so helpful for me. But yeah, I don't do it every day, guys. Like my coach, the girl I go see, she's like, Kiera, if you could just do it every day. And I'm like, yeah, freaking right. I'm not doing this every day. Like I already know, but I'm like, okay. I don't have a relationship with my words right there. I don't have a relationship that this is actually going to be something that I'm going to do with her. I literally am just saying the words to feel good, but I have zero confidence in myself, zero confidence that like I have to go see her tomorrow. And I'm going to be like, guess what? I did it 0 times since I saw you 2 weeks ago. So For me, I need to say, all right, what's realistic? And reality is, I think I could realistically do it 3 days. Ooh, did you hear that? I wanted to say more than 2 because I felt 2 was pathetic to say on the podcast. But did you hear that? I'm so glad that actually happened. I wanted to say 3 because I felt like that was better, that you guys would be more proud of me. But the bottom line is I know it's 2. Like 2 times in a week, I know I could actually accomplish that. 3 feels like it's pushing it. And I feel like internally that that's not where it's actually going to be. So with this, here we go. I scaled it back to 2 days. I feel confident and I know by the time I podcast next time, I will have worked out 2 times. I am rock solid. I have a relationship with the words I speak. When you start to do this with yourself, you then will start to pick up with it with friends, with spouses, with significant others, with colleagues. So let's think about it, what it is at work. If I tell a client I'm going to get you an email by the end of today, you better believe I'm going to get them an email by the end of today. So with that, I am just making this to where it's actually going to be there by the end of the day. Guys, when I first started this, I didn't actually do these things. I didn't have it where I actually followed through on things. I would say, yep, I'll get it to you by the end of the week. And they were my good intentions, but not the things that I was truly committed to doing. So I want you guys to really think about, like, I don't want you to have good intentions. I tried to tell you guys I wanted to work out 3 times in the week. And the bottom line is I'm going to work out 2 times. That's okay. I would rather have employees. I would rather have friends. I would rather have colleagues that I know I can count on them 100% of what they say, rather than people who try to make me feel good by just lying to me all the time, not intentionally lying, but lying because we don't actually get anything done that they say they're going to do. Team members, the biggest thing that drives me absolutely up the wall is when team members do not follow through on what they say they're going to do. Guys, just take personal ownership. Have integrity with the words you speak, and it's going to be something that will utterly and completely change your life. Start with it. Start with your spouse. Could you imagine how different it would be if every time you said something out of your mouth, you knew you were going to do it 100%? 100%. When you commit to something for yourself or with your family or with your team members, if you knew that, how would you become? You probably would say less. You probably would have more confidence in who you are, and you would also be more free because you don't have that heavy weight of everything weighing you down that you didn't get done, that you failed to do, that you weren't responding to. You would actually be free from all of that. You wouldn't have that guilt. You would actually be free. So I'm going to invite you guys, I'm going to encourage you to let's start speaking with integrity. Let's start making this something that you guys can absolutely 100% start today. You can boost your confidence today. Guys, this has been, I think 6 years in the making, that since my coach first told me to where I am today. And I'm not perfect at it. I mean, you guys just heard me try and tell you 3 days when it's 2 days of workout this week. Like even that, I'm like, oh, can I do it? And I'm like, that one I can. I'm just scared. But yes, I'm going to do it. So you guys can start this today. So I'm going to encourage you, personal, professional, relationshipal. Is that how relationships? I don't know. Relationshiply, guys, I don't even know. Okay. But in your relationships, choose personal, relationships, or professional. Where are you going to own your words? Where are you going to ensure that everything that you are doing is actually up to par with who you are and being committed 100% to take ownership of the words you speak rather than just letting them own you, rather than just passively living through life. Own it and let me know how it goes. And if I can ever help you guys, if our team can ever serve you, please reach out. hello@thedentallyteam.com. I would love to visit you in your practice. I would love to coach you guys on leadership for doctors and for teams. Any way we can help you guys. So please reach out. hello@thedentallyteam.com. And as always, thanks for listening. And I'll catch you next time on the Dentally Team Podcast. And that wraps it up for another episode of the Dentally Team Podcast. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll talk to you next time.